Article just written by Vox. Oops, cleaning the Great Pacific Garbage Patch was probably a bad idea.
Oh, no. What?
Jeez.
So they cleaned it up. That's why we can't see it from space.
Yeah,
They've
right.
cleaned it up.
Right. Last month, a group of marine biologists noticed something fishy in a video posted on Twitter by a nonprofit called The Ocean Cleanup. This is likely a staged video. Clark Richards, a scientist at the Bedford Institute of Oceanography, wrote, "I call BS." In the 25-second clip, a large net appears to dump 8,400 pounds of plastic waste, including crates, buckets, fishing gear, onto the deck of a ship. The Ocean Cleanup, which has raised more than $100 million.
Oh, wow.
Wow, there's big money in this environmental stuff.
You said it, man.
Wow. And you wonder, why would people say all this stuff when it's not true? Huh. There's $100 million they've raised on the promise to rid plastic from the seas.
And this is interesting. This article you're reading from Vox, it's a group of leftists calling out another group of leftists for staging this fake cleanup.
It's weird because this has happened a couple of times. Vox is doing it now. And it was, I think, Salon that did the big article on it not existing at all.
Correct. And then Vice is the one that went out on the boat looking for the great garbage patch.
And couldn't find it.
Where is it?
Right. So you got Vox, Vice, and Salon all saying, it's kind of a hoax. Yeah, it's great. So this is supposedly, some infamous region of international waters between California and Hawaii that's 2.5 times the size of Texas, and it's filled with garbage. And yet nobody can see it. Nobody can take a picture of it. Don't we have satellites that can do that?
It shouldn't be that difficult.
It should not. You should pinpoint that easily.
And this is an interesting article. They try to explain it, but...
Richards and several other marine biologists quickly challenged the group's claim. On Twitter and in media reports, they said that the plastic looked too clean to have been floating for a while in the ocean. There should have been more visible buildup of marine organisms like algae and barnacles.
Right.
That's weird that they're actually calling them out on this.
Busted.
Everyone can agree that plastic waste is a scourge. Between 2000 and 2019, plastic production worldwide doubled, reaching 460 million metric tons.
Wow. And
only a small fraction of that gets recycled. The rest is burned, buried, or ends up in the environment somewhere, including the sea.
In the Walmart parking lots.
Yeah, there's a lot of it there. Some estimates suggest that by 2050, there could be more plastic in the oceans by weight than fish.
Now, stop. Please stop. No.
I'm going to call BS on that.
If that ever is a provable fact, I'm moving to Mars post-haste.
Jeez. Some scientists think that cleaning up the ocean is futile and perhaps even a harmful endeavor. Several marine biologists told Vox that existing methods, including the ocean cleanup strategy, are inefficient and often produce pollution themselves. Oh. Plus, this approach can kill sea creatures. The very animals these efforts are ultimately trying to protect.
Your stupid boats are going out there and causing more harm than good. This is awesome.
Every time. Every time with this environmental stuff.
Out of their own way.
Nope. The problem with clearing up the ocean starts with a pervasive misconception that there are enormous blobs of trash floating out at sea, just waiting to be scooped up. So they're saying it too. Mm-hmm. There is no Great Pacific Garbage Patch. News stories in the 2000s popularized the idea by referring to it as such, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's an island of trash. Even today, a Google search of the patch reveals images of large expanses of floating waste.
Yeah.
I haven't found any of those.
Yeah, you'll see them, but it's never a shot. They're trying to correlate. It's kind of like if a newspaper puts an image that doesn't fit with the caption just because they're trying to make a point.
Right.
Yeah.
So-called patch isn't so much an island as it is a soup. Okay.
See, it's a soup.
However, in which broken down bits of plastic are like pepper flakes.
Pepper flakes.
Much of the waste is pea-sized or smaller and floats below the surface. Okay.
See?
That explains why when you're there, it just looks like ocean. According to a marine biologist.
We found it out.
Melanie Bergman.
We found it out.
There you
Melanie.
go. Yep.
It's pepper flakes. Now I'm hungry, though. Honestly.
Submarine scientists also point out that using large ships that run on fossil fuels to drag nets through the water pollutes the air and the climate. Of course it does. 2 vessels operated by the Ocean Cleanup, for example, release 600 metric tons of carbon dioxide for a month of cleanup, equivalent to about 130 cars on the road for a year.
That is, you gotta read that again. When these morons go out there to clean up the Pacific garbage patch, what happens?
They're giving off as much carbon dioxide as 130 cars on the road for a year.
These
Every time.
Every time.
Every single time.